Okay, which is worse, consumerism or you'll own nothing and you'll be happy? Easily, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Consumerism is absolutely a plague on society, but you'll own nothing and be happy. Um, really, ultimately makes it such that you have no agency as your own independent human being, and no, you won't be happy. Like, think about streaming services and video games and whatnot. When the systems that support the things that you don't physically own collapse, you no longer have the things that you've put time, effort, and emotional energy into. Like, if I have a physical disc, even if the company that created that movie disappears, it vanishes into existence, and all of their shareholders sell, all of their things get bought out, and all of the licensing and the distribution for that product just closes and stops, you'll still have that physical disc. You can still watch that movie for the rest of your life as long as you got that disc. But if you have that same movie and you can only watch it through a streaming service, and it's your favorite movie of all time, but the company goes down, that movie's gone forever. Right? That game's gone forever. Ultimately, you will never be happy if you do not have ownership of some things. Ownership is about taking control of your own life, and it's about the time and effort that you put into things actually mattering. As soon as you don't own what you've put your life energy into, it no longer matters, and you've wasted your time. What's the Evanito lore? There's no Evanito lore. I promise you. I promise you there is absolutely no Evanito lore. All right, should friends never mention politics? I believe that friends should absolutely mention politics. If you and good friends will be able to understand and have a good banter back and forth about politics. Nobody's ever going to agree on everything 100%. And of course, friendships shouldn't be entirely based around having political fights all the time. But a healthy friendship, you shouldn't have to walk on eggshells around them all the time. You should feel confident enough in yourself and in them that at the end of the day, like, you guys can either come to an agreement, agree to disagree, or learn from each other. Does going to the gym make men more attractive? Yes. Not even like to get like a six-pack or whatnot. Just in general, it's a hobby. It keeps you healthy. It can change your shape, but it doesn't always necessarily. And it means that you're motivated. It means that you've got something that you can commit to consistently. And those are all incredibly attractive traits. I don't know if it's been asked, but what's your favorite Monster flavor? White or Ultra Strawberry Dreams? How many woodchucks have you chucked? 7. Do the voices tell you to harm people? I don't need voices to tell me to harm people. How did you come up with your Vtuber design? It's really good. The 2 tones and 1 solid color really brings up the model. I wanted to use the color yellow because in my art practice, I usually only use the color red because red is my favorite color. And I'm really used to it, and I never use yellow because it's a very hard color to use. And so when I was manic and in a state of frenzy and sadness and anger, and I was just playing around in Vroid, I went, fuck it, we're playing with yellow today. And I came up with this. That's all there is to it. Yellow was the one and only color, and I'm like, okay, we can do this. What's your opinion on Ajin? Ajin Demi-Human, like the manga and anime? I love it. I love it. Is your camera model glitching with the eye pupils, or are your eye pupils always just naturally twitching around like that? What's your biggest dream? What's the end goal for you? Both realistic and infeasible answers would be appreciated, but one or the other is great too. My biggest dream is security, financial security. My whole life, I have been living in a constant state of never having enough and always being scared that I'm going to be without a home or be without food. So my biggest dream is security. And my second biggest dream is to collaborate with Lemon Demon's Neil Cicierega to make a hot mixtape. What's some of your favorite and most inspirational anime and manga? Full Metal Alchemist. What's your opinion on noir-styled media? Not enough? One second, I gotta look up what that is. Okay, yeah, no, I like it. I like it. I think we would benefit from having more of that. Are there only going to be yellow, pink, and blue color character design for now, or are you planning to make more characters in the future? I actually answered this here, but also I changed the blue to green because I like that better. But I have no plans to add more colors, and the color variants I have, I'm gonna just swap out sparingly. Pink looks really nice. Thanks. What did you do before VTubing? Bakery. When you started this channel, how many people did you think would find it, and how far did you think this channel would go? When I started this channel, it was with 3 people in mind, and those 3 people were the only people that were ever supposed to find it. Now, 14 days later, there is 4,000 of you, so that backfired. Thoughts if a VTuber dressed their model in streetwear hypebeast type fit or old money type of aesthetic? You vibe with that? Yeah, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Streetwear. I feel like streetwear is a little overplayed now. But it's still not as bad as techwear. Now, techwear is kind of like an offshoot of streetwear. At the end of the day, it's wish fulfillment and it's a fantasy. So let people do what they want. Personally, I think it's boring as fuck. Are there any trends in the VTuber community that you actually thought were genuinely creative or just provided quality content? Creative? There's one on Twitch right now, the Twitch meta, where people are green screening out their tits or their ass, and they're using that as an overlay on stream. That is so creative and absolutely hilarious, and I give them entirely like props for that. That is so funny. Is there a reality where Midas has a stream? So I've been asked this question a lot, like a lot, and I've been thinking no. I've been saying no over and over and over again, but the larger we get over here, the more I'm considering it. At this point, it's still a tentative no. It's still, I'm only going to be releasing videos for now. But if I do stream, you will get notified here in the community tab here that I have decided to be a hypocrite and I've changed my mind, and I will announce if and when a stream happens. Do you like smoked cigarettes, or is that an aesthetic? Also, which condiment is better, gravy or curry sauce? I don't smoke cigarettes. I think whenever I depict Midas with a cigarette, it is entirely aesthetic. And which condiment is better, gravy or curry sauce? I'm white. I don't have any taste. Did you make the model? Yes. What's your skincare routine? I wake up. That's it. Can you make a mustache for your character? Why the fuck do you want to see? Who are some of your inspirations? Oh, Dante's and Moist Critical. Absolutely, 100%. And Pyrocynical, actually. Pyro and Dante's were 2 of the creators I was watching a lot of before I decided to start my rant channel. I would love to get in the mind of Pyrocynical. I'd love to just like, crack open his head like an egg. Just see what's inside his skull. I love Pyro, man. You got games on your phone? Pocket Camp? How do you deal with a narcissist? You take them out back behind the shed and you shoot them. You into cars? Nope. Do you ever consider going on other platforms? Go away. Do you think the internet had a hand in making society the circus freak show it is today? Society always is kind of this way. The internet has kind of just finally distilled the worst of humanity and put it out on display. So I don't think the internet made society a freak show. Society was always a freak show, but now we just get to see it, and we see it all the time instead of once in our lives or twice in our lives. Why did you do this to yourself? I don't fucking know, man. What's your plan in the future? Have you decided yet? Well, since this thing was started on a whim, there is no plans. But I do have things that I'd like to do. I have a whole list of things that I would love to do. Just don't know if it's going to be here now instead of on my other channel. Do you know D? D's nuts. What's your favorite movie soundtrack? If you have one, the Indiana Jones soundtrack, but the original Indiana Jones, not the Disney shit. What do you like and hate about fandoms from your experience? I like that as a creative, it allows me to become obsessed with something and improve my skills exponentially. The time that my art improved the most is when I was in a fandom and I really liked a character, and so I drew them over and over and over again. In the early 2000s, when I was really into Full Metal Alchemist, I liked engaging with the community and drawing people's suggestions and just drawing Edward Elric over and over and over again. And that got me really good at certain things that I didn't know beforehand. So I like fandoms in how they foster growth and creativity. And what do I hate about fandoms? The strange puritanical nature that they've taken on recently, and almost a religious reverence for idealization of some things that shouldn't be taken so serious. Do you like tea? I do like tea. Can you show Pink Midas's cute side? There's no cute side, sorry. Would my height insecurity be too obvious if I wore my 1.8 platform sneakers? If a person matters, they won't care. Is this your country's flag? Do I sound British? Can you show us the insert number here, ways to kill the creator of AI Diary? No, that'll actually get me put on a hit list. Do you prefer cats or dogs? Cats. Do you believe in free will? Why are we getting deep with these questions? Yes, I believe in free will in the sense that humans can make their own decisions, but I also believe that due to people's upbringings, they are pre-programmed to think a certain way. So while you as a person can make your own decisions about how you live your life, you are also confined by the bonds of how you were raised. So less of a religious answer than you were probably expecting. The happiest moment of your life? Unlimited bacon but no games, or games but unlimited games but no games. What the fuck are you talking about? Can you do a standing split? If yes, selfies please. Philosopher King Zant 2037. I'm going to castrate you.